your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. It is Hump Day, August 31st. I think that's the last day of this month, Jade.
It is. It is.
But guys, on this wonderful day, you're here with your faves, me, Azem, and of course, today I'm joined by the lovely Jade, Gwenny, Gwenadita, CPL Matthew, Stuart Johnson, who is doing well.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Can't complain today.
Okay. I love that. But guys, happy that you're here joining us this morning and looking forward to a great show. Jade, how have you been? It's been a while, my friend, since we have linked up.
I know. I've been okay.
Yeah?
You know.
The people were concerned.
Concerned about what?
How about you?
Why?
Because they weren't seeing you.
Aw.
They were concerned
You're so
yesterday. They were like,
kind.
where's Jade?
You're so kind.
I know.
Jade was home resting an ankle. Because you know my feet don't work how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes.
My knee's actually been doing good. So there's hope for your ankles.
No, it's not.
No?
No.
Hey, that's one thing about them joint sensor, eh? Them things don't ever fix back the way it was.
This is since a small. Main thing you can fix again.
Since it's small?
Yeah, man. I have flat feet as in I don't have the art. So
Jade, my feet has the same amount of curve as this surface right here.
well, I don't know what's going on with you, but
My
no,
feet,
I
yeah,
done been to
flat.
doctors and all type of people, and it just was like, well, just wear some insoles.
So you wear insoles? No.
Sometimes.
No. That
I couldn't find them on Saturday. I actually couldn't find them since last CPL.
Jade, you need pairs that stay in your shoes. That's what.
The
That's
type of shoes that I wear sometimes can't afford the insoles to be in them.
That mean your foot ain't supposed to be in them shoes. I'm just saying.
Oh well.
There's certain shoes I just don't even bother buying. One, my foot ain't supposed to be in them. Two, they ain't gonna look the same way they look on other people's foot as on my foot.
Yeah, same.
You know, that kind of way. Like, and it does annoy me because some of the shoes I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, I guess I just won't be wearing them. Just put them on and they just don't look right.
Yeah. See, what happened is that I had a little birthday party for Jaden.
Right.
Yesterday was his birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Jaden.
Yeah, he can't hear you, but nevertheless.
He'll listen
Oh, yeah,
afterwards,
sure. And so I've been on my foot all day. Cricket was the day before.
Right.
Then Jaden's birthday party.
Right.
Then I went to an event in the night. Then I went to cricket the next day. Of course I can't walk.
Yeah. Too many hours logged on those puppies.
Yeah. Overdid it. So I had to take a 2-day rest.
Jade, what I'm going to do? I'm going to put out a search. I'm going to put out a search, see if I could find someone who I could designate as your official foot massager at the end of the day.
Okay.
I think that may help a bit.
I think so as well.
Help to alleviate some of the discomfort. So is your ankle, those not your actual like feet. Cause me, I hurt my heel and like the middle of my foot.
The whole foot, they're just gone in,
Yeah, the whole foot, they're just gone in.
Everything from ankle go down, right off.
Yeah, sometimes. Actually, I'm one of the people who, I'm not one of the people who spend like a lot of money on their shoes. Bear in mind that a lot of money for men and women, I realize, are two different things. A lot of money for women could be $40 for a pair of shoes, right? $40 US. A lot of money for a man is pretty much 200 and up. Because sneakers don't play.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying a pair of sneakers today for cricket, and I was like,
so what have you been going to cricket in?
Sneakers, banning other pair of sneakers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I spent literally months like trying to decide what shoes I was gonna get because it wasn't working. I now had to buy some Max Comfort shoes. I
need some Crocs.
Crocs does help. Crocs does help.
That's what I need. I need some Crocs in my life.
Yeah, but I don't like it. The kind of work I do in like Crocs ain't really conducive all the time. I travel in Crocs. And that has been a revelation. Yeah, that has been a revelation. But yeah, I splurged and spent. This may be the most expensive pair of sneakers I've bought, but I bought them for work. Yeah.
Hopefully they help.
Yeah, hopefully they help. Otherwise, I'll be writing the company a stern letter talking about their false advertising.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sure. Hey, don't got them, so I know. You can send them back.
Wasting your time and their time.
Bye. But sometimes just to get it off your chest.
It helps. Write it in a book.
Yeah.
Write it in a book, friend.
Oh, bye.
But anyway, I hear you've been ignoring my run sheet. Got me up doing work for no reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's been going on.
You have adopted the ways of our brother Fave.
No, because he just never used to read it. On the other hand.
You read it and ignore it.
But no, on Monday, we did a few of the articles, actually. Yesterday, we mentioned two of the things. I gave congratulations to friend of the show, Iceline Phillip.
Nice.
Sorry. The Honorable Iceline.
Honorable, yes.
It has a nice ring to it.
I know.
And also, we touched on... Well, I just read the article concerning the change in our laws.
You know, a lot of people don't know what buggery mean. Or they assume
well,
buggery means...
it's kind of old English.
Yeah. So, to help, because, we're educational here.
But what they thought it means?
They think it solely has to do with gay sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
So, to fix that, we will be joined by our new AG, our new Attorney General, Honorable Garth Wilkin.
Boom bang.
I know so many honorables.
Oh, that's what going on with you? You're big in the place now.
Come, sir. They're big in the place.
They end up on
I
board.
left them as regular citizens, next thing I wake up, everybody's honorables now.
You want sleep, wake up, me, I'm here. What going on?
Yeah.
People got kind of thing attached to the name.
How come they're honorable? I feel like I should be one too.
Girl, no, you ain't say you're okay.
Oh, I thought so. Because that's how the people feel, eh? They feel like you just
honorable. Shut them round and so. Okay.
But yes, later today we'll be joined by the Honorable Garth Wilkin. But friend, you're kind of dusty. Let's jump into some tea.
Tea time. He.
Indeed. May sing once while you're
I know.
away.
I know. We all have our roles to play, Jade.
And that is not mine.
Yes.
So, good news for parents. School is going to be returning to its normal hours for this upcoming school term.
Yeah.
I could hear them rejoicing. Yes, so Chief Education Officer Mr. Francil Morris told principals yesterday that the school will revert to the accustomed 8:25 to 3:30 p.m. schedule, except on Thursdays when students are dismissed at 2:15 p.m. Yeah. 3 new principals were added to the school leadership cohort for the upcoming school term. These include Jamelia Bristol Brown, head teacher at the Beach Allen Primary School, Eulukia Bryan, deputy head at the Dietbear Primary School, and Javon Cannonier, deputy head at the Kayan Primary School.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
I know.
Congratulations.
As I'm don't have this,
You cool?
What?
Okay.
Thank you kindly. These new assignments will take effect on August 29th, 2022, which was 2 days ago. Other topics discussed at the meeting, including guidelines for the reopening of school, which takes place on September 5th this year for teachers, while gates open to students on September 7th, which is a Wednesday. Where's school opening on a Wednesday?
I guess they don't want to give the teachers the time to get back to the venue. Because this week they're doing the workshops.
Yeah.
So they want to give them a day or two to prepare the school itself for the students, I would expect.
Discussions included, among other things, the way forward for health and safety protocols, which will be released to the public shortly. Also on the agenda were independent celebrations and summer workshops for teachers, starting Monday, August 29th. All teachers of government schools in the Federation will join the Ministry of Education at the Rivers of Living Water Christian Center for this event, starting properly at 9 a.m. on Monday morning. Education officials presenting at the principals' meeting included Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, Permanent Secretary, he farmer?
No, he is. He's a permanent secretary still.
Mr. William Hodge, Education Planner, Mr. Quinton Morton, and Deputy Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Lisa Pistano. Education Officer, Mrs. Junelle Williams-Jacobs, and Curriculum Officer, Mr. Julian Bradshaw. So our children, them going back out to school on the regular schedule. No more half day here, half day there. Things are getting back to normal.
Well,
Hey,
big up the teachers, them. I was actually in a conversation with a teacher yesterday. Don't know the lady, don't know school she teaches. Nobody got to me. But yeah, we just had a conversation as I waited for my food on the side of the road. And
as it usually happens.
Yeah. Sometimes side road food that tastes good.
Yeah, man. Sometimes.
No, you gotta know who you're eating from, Jay. You gotta know
that's
who you're
true.
eating from.
That's
You gotta know who
true.
you're eating from, Jay. Don't eat from anybody, huh?
That's a fact.
Yeah. So they're waiting, and we started talking just about the system and schooling, and she had some very interesting views on it. Views on the fact that she felt, as somebody who's in the thing, that a lot of people aren't there for a love of the profession right now. There are a lot of people who are there trying to get a paycheck, or, as I put it, perhaps there's a low barrier of entry. And so it's when the other jobs you apply for ain't work out, you apply to teaching.
That's how I feel about being a police.
Oh.
I was almost a police.
You was almost a police?
Things was looking bleak.
That was the last job? Like, bye. Bye.
If things don't work out, bye.
Things don't work out, bye. I might gotta learn to do push-ups.
Bye. I got to learn how to rough up people for no reason. And so.
Yeah. You just use the forearm in the neck. Let me see a forearm there.
So strong, you
Bye, yeah.
There been problems out there. You know?
Hey, but hey, you know, small mercies.
Boy, small mercies indeed.
God and his
if the mercy
infinite
was for me,
wisdom. No,
for
it's
the
for the
citizens,
public.
boy.
For the public. It was definitely for the public. It was definitely for the public. Definitely for the public.
Hey, you realize, man, we faves them got to jump on a different account now?
I don't. Who that?
You know who it is, man.
He get black up?
No, he ain't a black up, man.
Oh, okay. Sell us.
Maybe from your job, but...
Sell us.
Morning, our secret fave. Secret sipper.
Oh my gosh, by your God in his infinite wisdom.
By your Jade, no.
Jade, no.
That ain't for you. Let's not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's save the nation and the government some money. Oh dear. But other good things are happening.
Oh, one of the other things that I said is
What?
the lady said, half of them only in there because they believe they get the summer vacation still, you know, that's where they're coming back and teach, you know.
Or they know does get right after? They're gonna find out.
Oh man. But no, if you have kids, it's good to be on vacation when they're on vacation.
And you shouldn't leave them home by themselves, man.
No, but not only that. You know, if you wanna travel, you wanna you know, being able to take the summer vacation.
Yeah, but you want to
and
travel
stuff
with the
like
children. You want to travel by yourself.
No, they don't do that. For the quick one in the Easter. The Easter is usually when the teachers go by themselves and leave the children home.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need a vacation, boy. Like I supposed to be on vacation, you know. People I am on vacation. Not even supposed to be. I am on vacation. My vacation ain't vacationing. My vacation is not vacationing. I have yet to feel like I'm on vacation. I've been doing work.
Because you take your vacation to the work. That's the problem, Jade. You had a skewed view of what the vacation really supposed to mean.
I have some days left. Man.
Okay.
That's when I'm gonna be me coming in nobody island tea, me doing nobody social media. Well,
you doing no graphics for nobody?
Me doing no graphics for nobody.
You ain't stopping no studio from burning down?
No. Don't call me. Come in, call you.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay.
Yes, but not this time because clearly I hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, preparations for Sugar Mass 51 is on the way. I know we have just September, October, November. 4, ma'am.
No, remember Sugar Mass starting in
November.
In November, you know.
So we have 3 months. Y'all got 3 months. Well, we because I've passed it my mothers. We got 3 months to get our life together. Which, you know, thankfully, none of my troops them trooping this year, so I ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, none of my troops them on the road this year. So it's just events that I have to stress about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small mercies, I guess.
Indeed.
Yeah. But Sugar Mass 51 is 3 months away, and the St. Kitts Nevis Carnival Committee, under the leadership of Chairperson Shannon Harley, is busy making final preparations. The event is slated to go back to its original full format, including Juve and Grand Parade, after the scaled-back versions in 2022 and 2021. A renewed sense of excitement is now in the air. Indeed.
Culture Ramadan let us know things can be alright.
What? Watch here. I've examined Culture Ramadan, you know? What was doing?
What was doing, Culture?
I think I was mommying.
That's what it was?
I think so. I think that was my week with Jaden, so I couldn't. Yeah, me and Carrie Mitchell, no Culture Rama.
Right.
Not yet anyway.
Right. That's a whole other conversation for me. Guys, a pet peeve of mine. But let's I digress.
The slogan competition, which is now closed, attracted over 200 entries, and an announcement of the winner is expected on today. Ma'am.
You enter?
No, I didn't. I forget. You enter?
Tal.
Okay. You was going to win now?
No.
Okay. I want to hear somebody rejected slogans.
That'll be the sweetest part.
Yes. I want to hear some of that we need to, that's something that we need to implement next year. Like some of the slogans that didn't win but was the best.
Yeah.
That would be a nice touch. But
Best of the rest.
Yeah, man. Best of the what?
Best of the rest.
Yeah. That wasn't a thing?
Yes.
Okay, I just making sure. I'm to that. What I used to be for?
That was the Calypso show between the Calypsonians who didn't make it to the finals.
Oh.
Generally the ones that were the crowd favorites.
Yeah, that we need to bring
during
that back.
During the tents, yeah.
Like, I feel like that used to be some of the sweetest calypso in your,
Yep.
calypso in your life.
Yep. Thing unexpected coming back this year?
Wow, of course.
Anything.
You see what happened this year? Watch your
Anything.
calypso this year gonna be epic as him. You see all the things that happened this year?
Yeah. I'm be honest though. I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes I go to the calypso shows, and you know I love calypso, but sometimes I get politicked out by.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get politicked out. Like like sometimes I want like, and it's not like a joint effort where everybody come together and be like, okay, you can sing some politics, I can sing some witty, you can sing some social commentary.
Everybody want to do the same thing.
And a year like this, you know, there's a lot to pull from. Let's put it that way.
A lot of material.
Who you think can sing about Talbot One the Moody Dump?
Me.
That can mean somebody's song.
Me and Ike are going to sing a song about it.
I am telling you, that is going to be in someone's song. I can almost guarantee it.
I tell you, me and Ike can write a song about Albany Dump.
Godfrey was
Well,
the
Ike
man.
can sing it. I can write it. I can't sing.
Godfrey had this song by Political Football last year. Becky Keenet.
I tell you, this year gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I don't overdo it, but
Yeah, it'll be fun.
yeah. So, yes, registration is open for all competitions scheduled on Sugar Mass 51. These include the National Calypso Monarch, National Carnival Queen, Soca Monarch, Juve, Road Match, Grand Parade, and Panorama. Fringe event organizers. I know you hate that word.
That word that does make me
What is a
cringe.
better word for fringe? What is a better word?
Private events.
Private event organizers, vendors, and service providers are also encouraged to indicate their participation by completing the registration documents by Friday, September 9th. Forms are available at the SKN Carnival or at skncarnival.com or at SKNNC office, which is the St. Kitts Nevis Carnival office, located in the E.C. Daniel building on Kayan Street, which is next to Cindy. How are you listening on the radio and you're typing on YouTube? Facebook. What kind of skills you got?
I mean, radio running.
But she on Facebook?
Yeah.
But why she don't just listen on Facebook?
Maybe she want to do other things and she computer.
But she typing, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. She just doing it too.
Oh, she knows to multitask.
Yeah.
Big up Sonia one time. Listen, guys, I will be back in the private events arena doing a brunch. You know, we have top off. I think we're supposed to be doing a boat ride somewhere between there. 2 actually. And Cooler Fete, of course, is going to be here. And I'm pretty sure Inception will back. We will have some things to do this December. So start to budget from now. Make sure y'all get all the good bills out the way. Make sure y'all pay your electricity, y'all water, for those who have.
The purposes them must UX by.
Bye. They had a good long 2-year break.
They had a good one. Nobody asking about costume. The costume money they just feel it. They might not feel it in their pocket there.
Man, I worry about that.
And costume money.
Bye. Costume plus fits plus hair, clothes.
I mean, but let's be honest. I don't think a lot of the what we would call them.
Bobsters?
No, that was the people who the bobsters give things to.
The lucky ones?
The lucky ones. I don't think the lucky ones has asked for everything from one place.
Oh, so they have designated bobsing sites.
Yeah.
So you got the costume,
because you got to be reasonable, Jade.
I agree.
You have to be reasonable. Like, come on, like.
You can't overdo.
Unless
you know your bobster is like.
You got it like that.
Yeah.
But we need somebody to really do a complete scientific study.
On the art of bobsing?
Yes.
I missed all of these things in my life, you know.
I mean,
in
we
the
still
next
have
life.
time. But you don't have time still, Jade. Come on.
I took all for that.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on, no way.
I think
no
so.
Way, Jade. No way, Jade.
But you took all for the bobsing category? The lucky one? Okay.
You're in your prime, Jade. You're in your prime. You're in your prime, Jade. Trust me. You ain't just like last year somebody offered your house.
That wasn't serious.
That's what you think.
Me
You didn't push it to the limit.
No.
See, but if somebody had already did the study on the art of bobsing, you don't know how to navigate that.
True. They need to sort it out.
But on a serious note, right?
Like, where do you send? Where do they send in their applications?
I don't know if it's a formalized process. I think it's a very informal process. This is so funny. I had this start last night, just before I went to sleep. Right?
Regine, you're encouraging me to go find that sugar daddy.
And I studying how Regine, Regine, I'll be still in the game.
Asking that.
Still in the game?
The aim of this. Maybe she found out from friends of hers and stuff. Ain't necessarily mean that she know what's going on.
Jade, so
from personal experience. Yeah.
Okay.
You ain't believe.
I just don't know. But I had to start last night, Jade. Firstly, let me ask you. Like,
you sure you want to ask me on the video?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
When you explored the dating apps and so, were you surprised at what you saw here locally?
Kinda.
I always wonder how the dating app things does work here. Like, if it actually works. Like,
I don't know. I think it's you find some less than savory people over on them apps sometimes. I don't know if we have a different app than all the other people.
Who mean all the other people? Other countries, you mean?
Because it seems like some people have all the luck on these apps. They fall in love, have a romantic story and stuff.
No, Jay, that is a very minute. That is a very minute percentage of people.
Yes, Regine, you will be very surprised.
Please to go and download Tinder right now.
Tinder full of kitchens. I stop there.
No, but
remember, husband and boyfriend over there and all.
Remember, it's based on location. So, I had a friend who tried to convince me that they only do it to see who else on it, and I'd be like, what? Okay, if you say so. But she opened up the app, and we were going through some of the options. I said, I might know his girlfriend.
I tell you, so some of your boyfriends.
I said, I know she husband.
Some of your boyfriends and husbands over on Tinder, chilling, boy. Trying about the app.
No, but bear in mind,
look.
Bear in mind, I'm not one to assume that their significant others didn't know they were on the app. I want to believe that perhaps it was a joint effort. They were both at home saying, hey, this may be a good way for us to find new friends. To find new friends, Jade.
Friends.
Because everybody isn't social, Jade.
Yep.
Everybody don't want to go to the bar and meet.
No, so instead they go to the dating app.
Right. Because you're more accustomed to, you feel you're able to be yourself more. But the point I was making was, I was wondering if things like the dating apps and the dating sites don't make the act of finding persons to explore with more of a game than as an exercise to really find somebody who is I
don't know, friend.
The other thing about it was that you don't always know where the other people's minds at. And from my understanding, it seems like...
They're going to tell you.
No, I don't think so. That's the problem. Because they don't always tell you, Jade.
Oh.
Because I think there's people who go on some of these dating apps genuinely trying to find somebody who say, oh, we have similar interest. They tick these several boxes based on the profile. So I'm excluding some of the.
Wait, Miss Maynard wang on the app so bad. Miss Maynard, you looking for love on the app?
Like, duh, why not?
It's called Tinder. You just type it in your app store, you'll find it.
That's one. There's several others.
There's Hinge, there's Tinder.
Well, I wonder what's the most popular one. We got a whole ministry of ICT, and these are the things they don't be telling us.
They don't be posting these things. If you want to find love in St. Kitts and Nevis, and you're not the type of person to go outside, these are the apps for you. Yeah,
these are the apps that, based on our research, are the most popular dating apps on the island. They need to be doing important things. What are they doing?
I don't know. Tell them about information technology and so.
Please, what was the last thing you heard from them?
They're going to fix it. Canvas in power now.
Hey!
They're going to fix it. But yeah, remember High Five and Black Planet? You ever played Black Planet?
Black Planet was wild.
Yeah, bye.
Black Planet was wild.
Indeed.
I
don't
never
even know
s-
if it still exists, but
I never see so much black men with like baby oil on the chest. I was like, somehow I feel this is borderline racist.
it was very
It was so many glistening like chest.
yeah, it was a wild place. It was a wild place.
Wow.
High Five was vibes too. And MySpace and all of these things.
High Five was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you could still find people High Five account.
I hope you can find mine. I hope you
I
can.
wonder if you could find, seriously.
I just hope you can find mine, that's all.
The site probably exists still.
It does. It
High
actually
Five
does.
social media. But yeah.
I'm telling you, it's still there, you know. But I just hope you can just type in, what are in the High Five? I remember, what is this? Look like a dating app?
There is an app. There is an app. You want to have the best possible experience on High Five? Download the app.
Yeah, this here is a dating app now.
Hey, Shabang, we had some days on them apps. Don't talk about Yahoo.
You was one of the one them with your chest glistening on the app though?
Nah,
I'm just making sure.
and if there was any
Sometimes I want to.
if there was ever a time that my chest would have been oiled up on a site, it would have been back then. Yeah, back then.
For all you ladies who try to see how Azim chest look back then, because if you hear me one of these apps, you're going to see the glisten.
That was never really my thing, Jade.
Oh, you wasn't a glisten?
I never wanted to look like I just come out the frying pan. But I just don't eat 10 pound of pork run on my chest or something. Like never really was my thing. But hey, Shabang, we're Foxy.
It's Foxy. This is a conversation between you and Shabang, no?
Yeah.
Oh, cause me and who the hell is Foxy?
No, I'm not gonna lie, Jade. I created some very long-lasting friendships on
Who the hell is Kim? Sorry.
Yahoo, and also on
MSN.
MSN. Messenger was a thing.
Yeah, remember you said when you had a crush on Messenger, right? You used to just log in every minute so they could see you.
Oh, that's why, so you could keep popping up. Like you see me come on.
Yes, me online. Well, you say hi.
Only woman does them things, yeah.
Oh, you stop there. If Azim hit which Jade? You got next Jade now? First of all, Azim men come like young age enough because they realize they see it.
Bye.
And what Azim is actually in the gym.
The man does
Really
this. The man does discouraging my entire like.
The man said if Azim hit the gym, Azim been hitting the gym.
Bye. Wow.
It's okay, friend. It's
Wow.
okay. It's gonna happen soon. It's
I
gonna happen soon.
take a walk.
It's gonna happen
I take a walk and come back.
The man say you're buffing up tall, boy.
They're buffing up tall. Give me 6 weeks, Edward. I'm going hard from today.
Yeah, boy, because
From today.
clearly whatever you're doing there, what?
Hey, walking.
Oh, Lord.
But no, like I had some long lasting. I tell you already, I had a friend of mine. We had this whole dating like consultancy on MSN. We was like maybe 15 and like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds calling syncits from wherever they be.
I was scamming people? Yeah, I was some original scammers?
We wasn't really scamming because we never really used to get no money.
Oh, then I miss an opportunity.
Miss a big opportunity. Don't get me wrong. We had some grateful clients who ended up sending stuff to us, eh?
Oh.
So
If I had charging a 99 cents per call, I would have been a better place.
If anyhow I didn't know how to set up that in them times, yeah, Jade.
I know you're rich.
Watch you.
I know me know you.
Watch you.
You're a millionaire.
Jade, I remember all when I doing CXC, studying for CXC, I getting calls. I got stop
Relationship
reading.
in shambles.
I got stop reading my physics book to go deal with some white lady from Michigan, and the fact that her boyfriend might be cheating. It's like
So you go, boy. So you go.
I'm like, Megan, calm down. Megan, calm down. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, man. I hope Megan happy wherever she be right now.
Yeah, big up Megan one
Yeah,
time.
man.
Yeah, she had to send me some nice football boots.
Aww.
Yeah.
Career. You know, but you know, they need them.
Yeah,
Interviews
yeah,
that sucked up
yeah.
one time. But so you go. As you know, I want for my birthday, you know? From my sippers.
Oh?
And including you.
Jade.
No, you're gonna be in charge of this.
Okay. Tell me what it is. Jade, Jade, me want believe you're going to say what thing you're going to say. But go ahead. Jade, me want believe you're going to...
So as a congregation of sippers,
Hey.
I feel like we have formed a special bond.
Oh my gosh.
religious at times.
And drink some water.
Because we come in here and we preach to you guys daily about some important topics.
And drink some water, bye.
And I feel like, as a group or congregate of sippers, yeah, I could just collect a small $500 for me. Me know we work.
I wonder this way you're going.
I'm going to ask one of the experts them. But I feel like, yeah, I could do this. I feel like they could do this as him. I'm going to put you in charge of the collection.
Well,
I'm put you in charge of the collection.
I guess I'll just stream it one of the days when you don't come.
Surprise me.
I see people was killing them for that then, man. But I
think you should keep people for that, man. I feel like...
Okay, personally, I think the only issue for that was it shouldn't have been streamed.
And it's true. So, wait. It was $500 each, or collectively they were supposed to raise $500?
I think that was the suggestion.
You sure? Because I listened to the video again, you know, and it sounded each-ish.
No, that's not me each.
You got to be crazy. As we just come out of the pandemic, you know. Not we can't make in church. Where they going $500?
But if you can't find it, you don't give it.
Oh, sure.
If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. We ain't know.
Ask the Lord to bless you with it.
Precisely. But I realize
you think if they didn't stream, if they didn't stream it, we wasn't gonna know.
No.
We try to talk to them, you know.
No, but not only that, Jade. My understanding was that it wasn't the pastor who was asking for it.
The congregation was asking for the pastor?
Right. So it was. I think. So you see, it was supposed to be a surprise.
For who?
For the pastor for his birthday. So it wasn't like that's what I mean. Gonna issue it if the pastor had asked for it.
No. Hold on. I'm confused. The pastor was in the church when she made this announcement?
No, he's off island.
But then why they stream it?
That's what I'm saying. That's
not how a surprise works.
That's exactly. So that's the point, Jade.
Don't forget that was streaming now.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. That's the point. That's the point. So that was the. So like I don't have an issue if the congregation decides. And to me, it's up to the congregation to decide what they believe is thing. So I ain't so I ain't getting in that.
I need to.
So I personally didn't have an issue with the thing at all. I just thought it was probably not the smartest thing to stream it because then how it's not a surprise now.
But it's surprise us not. I surprise the whole nation. I think it's a David.
But for me, it wasn't even like I said. I am not a part of the congregation.
Neither am I.
So I ain't in a position to decide. What they should like? Yeah, so it ain't my business.
And at least it wasn't like the pastor that tell the congregation that they
precisely.
But you remember that one?
No, but
they must get the KFC money for this. We ain't got McDonald's. I got KFC.
Right. But that was my thing. Like I personally didn't have an issue with it at all. Like personally, I think a lot of people just was like. No, because you're thinking like, if I was, where I can find $500 to give, and why he should get that, and you know that kind of thing.
Me questioning him why he should get it. You know, they must know why he should get it. I just was like, well, why am I paying all this $500 to give? How much people in the church? Let me do some quick maths.
I don't know, but
okay, let's say like 100 people in the church, and it's more than that. Cause that church be popping times 500. What?
But not really, you know, Jade. Like
what?
Not really, like and.
Pastor, you were in your church? But suppose he used the money for that. Suppose the man used the money back on the congregation.
That's the point. That is the point.
Ain't like the man gonna be like the pastor in NY who was out here flexing with all his jewelry and Lamborghini and
Jade,
like the man ain't like that man.
Jade, not only that. We done had situations here where certain people get certain thousands and thousands of dollars for their birthday.
Somebody said, one of my friends said, they could give me a pack of gum, 2 mints, and a coupon for 2 pieces of KFC. That's a start.
That's the way on for his birthday?
No, that's what they're going to give me.
That's what they give you?
Instead of the $500. At least KFC in there. Because KFC expensive, eh? So.
I hear the price went up.
But I went on the side there and I said, I can't afford KFC now. A lot of muscle, look what they do.
They say, up the Subway now?
No, I can't afford KFC.
They say, up the Subway?
Yes, yeah.
Subway, I used to be like, okay, sorry. Them man understand This ain't even a half with cheese?
Funny enough, I don't think, but I half with something this morning when I come in here and sit down. I said, long time I had a half with something, boy.
Half with something. Sometimes it ain't matter what it is.
Yeah, like just once is a half.
Saltfish, some egg, some luncheon meat.
Some pan cheese. Once is a half.
Nah, once is a half, man.
But yeah, they ain't paying attention.
Yeah, but see, for me too, the thing for me too is, if you are a pastor, right, whose congregation takes it upon themselves to bless you in that way, I ain't judging it because I don't know what that relationship is like. You know, like
exactly.
You know, like it's the same thing. Some man run out by let's change it just for so. Some young lady run out, buys her significant other, her husband, a vehicle for his birthday, right?
Sure, because of pay me and bless.
People gonna stay there. Oh, she did that, but she buy a man this,
yeah,
that,
but
and
she buy a man chance and
she
you don't drive out he like, she
yeah,
life.
Don't ever buy a man shoes because he
You
can walk out your life.
life.
I be like, what? You have no idea what's going on in these people's relationships.
Not only that, I am miserable because that man walk out of yours don't mean that man gonna walk out the shoe.
And I don't believe it's the shoes.
Nothing is the feet, man. Nothing is the feet. Main thing is shoes that make people walk. But that's just me.
But I'm saying, like, you don't know what's going on in the relationship. So even for me, it's the same thing. Like, for me, it's the same thing. My
Let
issue.
the pastor get the money if they're gonna give the man the money, man.
No, my thing is
the man church.
my thing
unless
is
you're a congregation.
let the congregants bless their pastor how they see fit.
You can't tell them what to do in the church. I outraged over the money that you all ain't spending,
But hey,
that you all ain't giving, that
That'll-
ain't coming out of your all pocket.
that was the same thing for me with the whole, like, remember when everybody was on team for going church? Even the head was going church all the time. I said,
Like, where you supposed to go to church?
I said, but
And then if you ain't going to church,
said, but-
he ungodly.
I said, but hey, you church?
Yeah, bye.
Hey, you church?
We love to be outraged over things that have nothing to do with us. Like, absolutely nothing to do with us. But you outraged. Why?
But hey,
Why?
because they don't like this person or that person or
Okay,
whatever.
you're doing exactly what you were supposed to do. You don't like somebody, not giving them things. But why you outraged?
Jade, it does be interesting to me how like some of the things that people pick up.
Not me, not nothing for that. Me not pick up that. You got nothing to do with me? You just not
Leave it
outraged
be.
about
Let it be. Let it be.
Simple. You're standing up your pressure over something that ain't got nothing to do with you. Like sky high.
Anyway, so what your friend say? A 2 mint?
A 2 mint, I think he said a Wigglies and
A
a
Wigglies.
and a voucher for KFC.
But that got to be important
Yeah,
because
man.
I don't even know where sell Wrigley's now. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island Tea. What's up?
Yes, my toy.
Morning.
Island Tea. Friends of your
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. And you know I have something behind that,
We're frightened now.
right? The reason for that, they down the money street. Cause someone for them, they get to you ever pass going by. I mean, I must not so because you're a reporter, you drive anyway. Jade, where you live? Mattinley? Hey, Jade?
Just get again.
You live in Mattinley or Lion Keel? Or Buckley's like me?
None
Upper
out
Buckley side.
of the above. None out of the above.
Saying, I'm watching looking at you. Are you looking at me?
Nope. I
Yes.
ain't looking down on a soul.
Yes, the reason for that, maybe they want to turn like the gentleman in Jamaica the other day. Telling people about bring government $100,000 off their account because I borrow it because we getting this coming. The coming and when you look it's just on the floor, the minister put them and they took dumpling at the time and a little out of tin of mackerel. What happened? I don't know where they come up with. That's the first time I heard that. That sounds so ridiculous for real. If you say each member, give me a little 50 and we want got a little get together, go somewhere because with the church we didn't really have no yard space. So go somewhere and, treat, let we have a good time. That would have sound good, but that sound really
But not
ridiculous.
lady, you ain't in the church. Let the church
I
decide
used
what
to
they
go
want
to
to
the
do.
church, yeah. I used to go to the church by the
Used
parents.
to.
Yeah, and I could just give a history about the church. Some money was give down. That's why I asked if you don't, I mean, you don't go West, I don't have to ask you, don't go Best Boy and so. You say unfinished church there by the brewery fence. If I is unfinished, it's because of disrespectful of the money, get the money, and never do the work what the money said. And the flow now gone to Miami, both parents. So it look like there is money, that there is gold diggers. Right? I used to got to remember boat church was near to the wall church, like a boat house, 111. Yeah, I used to be there. Yeah, I knew about it. So I don't know if he want to prove something, then I hear some arithmetic. I think that's they went tails and bill on your church, but I was surprised when I heard them hearing them say now that he have a church down West Mongot. So I don't know. We go.
But
And the minister break up that guy down where I used to live last on Fines Avenue. There's a church opened down there about 5-6 years ago. Because of his behavior, the guy got to separate. He never like what's going on between him and the church. The guy just joined the same church.
that going on from the time he got something named church, that going on. From the time he got that ain't nothing new. So that ain't even controversial.
Sure.
Yeah.
That money now hitting his brain, so he feel like he gonna try a thing, but $500 one person, no man.
He did
Could
not
I say
ask for it.
$50?
You're not sweet, right? Oh, she gone. I think, and that's what I tell you. For me,
People keep missing the point.
yeah, and that's why for me, more power to them. If there's persons in the congregation who feel so led, more power to them. And if there's people who, through the blessings of the Father, are able to give, more power to them.
And if y'all want to give me, I'll take it.
It is not my business.
It is not my money.
Yeah, it ain't my business. The congregation has the right to decide
Who they giving money?
how they want to bless their pastor for his birthday.
It ain't not a thing to do with Jade, because
Full
ain't
stop.
Jade ducats.
Full stop. And not only that, this is the thing, I just wish.
The people would just want to bless me, so same.
Well, yes.
Same.
But but I also just wish for the best for people. You think I wouldn't want to? You think I wouldn't want to be associating with a group of people who that ain't nothing that is well within their means?
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that if there's 10,000 people in there, all of them are in a position to be able to make that decision if they're solid.
Listen.
You understand? I wish the best for everybody. Hope everybody with the bank account full, we know that in the case. But that is the hope. So, hey, people make the decisions what to do. The money when they want to do this. Yeah?
Yep. Because it's their money again. So, I'm just saying for my birthday next year, Azim will be in charge of the collection. If you feel moved,
Solid.
speak to Azim and he will speak to me.
Yes.
Surprise me. Let me see what else we could get into it before we jump to a quick break here. Let me see. I talked about this already, but we're going to talk about it again. Nevis, the farmers that need to keep their animals under control.
Come on.
So yesterday I see what that's called, a bunch of sheep, a flock. Just roaming and touring.
That's every day at around 5 o'clock, Jade. That's every day at around 5 o'clock. Yeah, because they're going home on the main road. They just cross on the pedestrian crossings. The flocks know how to use the pedestrian crossings, Jade.
But I can't use them anyway. That's a different story.
The only problem I have with the flocks them is they don't use the pedestrian crossing, but then they want to walk through the roundabouts. I don't understand. I try not to flock them properly, man.
Yeah, man, and let them not stop eating people things. Anyway, Nevis Premier tells farmers keep their animals under control. Free roaming livestock and pets are operational hazards many motorists, pedestrians, homeowners, and farmers in Nevis have to deal with on a daily basis as they go about their business. Same could be said for St. Kitts. Nevis Premier Honorable Mark Brantley, on behalf of the Department of Agriculture, called on pet and livestock owners to keep their animals under control. There has been a high incidence of damages to crop farmers over the past months and also road accidents involving animals.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot simply open your pens in the morning and set your animals loose on the road.
That's what it is.
That is not the way to go, he said, while noting the practice of allowing animals to free roam is causing friction in the community. We are asking dog owners to keep their dogs under proper control.
Mm-hmm.
There have been far too many reports recently of dog attacks on animals, causing animal farmers to suffer great economic loss. Dogs are not only attacking animals. We have had some instances of dogs attacking people as well. So I appeal to dog owners to do the right thing as well. The Premier is encouraging farmers who are having issues accessing land to graze their livestock to come into the Department of Agriculture, where the team will work with them to address the matter, since ensuring food security for Nevis is a top priority. He said the Nevis Island administration will consider other measures to curtail free roaming if farmers and pet owners do not heed his appeal. Okay. Stop lighting them home.
Yeah. I mean, I know for a fact that the animals on the road, they cause all sorts of issues. The dog thing is very interesting to me, because we've seen a lot of reports where people are getting the dogs attacking people, attacking livestock, that kind of thing. The issue that I have with some of these animals too is the road accidents that they cause, that was mentioned in the article.
Mm-hmm.
I've had situations where myself or people close to me got in accidents with the animal.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, it ain't got an owner.
Yeah, nobody know who sheep, goat, cow, pig.
Everybody know, except the person who everybody know it belong to. Like, I never see that there. And then I had one situation, and it's only because I was just so tired of the nonsense why I didn't push it further. But I had one situation where a family member got into an accident with cattle.
Mm-hmm.
Coming home, crossing the main road. Totally vehicle.
I've been in an accident like that before.
Totally vehicle. Nobody know who the thing belong to.
Mm-hmm.
I walk out, well, forget them. So I tell somebody, anybody know anybody with a cat? Because I taking these cow, the US cow. Oh, so they belong to nobody.
Well,
no?
then they belong to me then.
They belong to me then, no problem. Because I can butcher these things, sell the meat, and at least I'll get back some of the money for
Yeah,
the
that's the
thing.
best thing to do. Is nobody know all of a sudden who they belong to.
Nobody know.
I tell you, a cow nearly take my life. I'm not a cow, a pig nearly take my life, you know. We were going home, and we swerve off one, and another one run right out in front of the car.
So basically, we ended up taking one. We were going to try and sell it. It eventually died from its injuries, so that was a bus. One of the other ones, we tried to take it to butcher it. They tell us we can't butcher it. We have to keep it there for X amount of time if somebody come claim it. Well, I said, no problem, because whoever claim it now, well, they're responsible for the damages then. Because you're admitting that these are your animals.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to take it up to the pound, which is up Bayfords basically. And then all of a sudden, I get a call, somebody say, oh, the owner come for the cattle. I said, the owner come for the cattle? Well, how the owner get the cattle? Just gone. And nobody want to tell me who the owner is, nothing. It's just nonsense.
Absolute nonsense.
So, yeah, of course, yeah, we need to appeal to people to keep the animals off the roads and out of people's yard and away from people's children and them kind of thing. But at the same time, I need to know once and for all what is the proper course of action when dealing with them kind of things. Because this to happen all the time. This to happen all the time. Too much time you hear people driving across the road, boom, they run into a cattle. Well, don't bother talk about the donkey them in Nevis, but I think a lot of them well for true. But in Nevis, the donkeys are serious issues in Nevis. I've been driving in Nevis, and a donkey decide to do a ballerina, pepper, whatever, boom, 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 right in the middle of the road while they're driving. And it's like,
No, they're not care.
they ain't care. They don't care. The donkey just decide, you know what? I can stand up in the middle of the road, do a triple spin, round a corner. I come around the corner, boom, the donkey right there.
Like he ain't cleaned up.
See, but I'm not a fast driver, Jane.
Oh, that is true.
I'm not a fast driver.
That is a fact.
I am very
Cautious.
yes, and very responsible for my driving.
Unlike some of the people living in this great nation of ours.
I need to slow down.
Yeah, man, because one, I don't know where y'all racing to go because we have corners, stops, speed bumps, traffic, all kind of things that is be 2 seconds away from each other, but y'all racing.
You know what this person trying to say?
Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of curious. Good morning, caller, 11 LNT. Talk to us.
Yes. Good morning. Good
Morning.
morning. Now, I just listened to your story that you tell, right? And in a case like that, you should have really pushed it and go after the institution that gave the owner the cow and refused to tell you who the owner is.
Yep.
Because obviously they didn't care about you or your family vehicle, or even if somebody had got seriously hurt. That didn't seem like it wasn't a concern to them.
It wasn't.
If it was me, I would have taken them to court.
Yeah.
Because they showed no concern. And imagine they didn't even tell you who the owner be. And you're the one took the cow to the pound.
Yep.
But yet the owner couldn't show up before. But they could show up when you're not there. And they're going to give the owner and refuse to tell you who the owner is. So in other words, the owner faced no responsibility for what his animal did.
Yep.
That is sad. And for an institution, that is very terrible. They set no kind of moral example for anybody else to follow. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Indeed.
But yeah, and I think that was the problem. I think part of the issue was when it happened, nobody know exactly what's supposed to happen now. So it's like I am livid because I got known by the man who they say own these things, right? The man say, "I never see that code. You know about them. You know them code." I say, "So you know?" I say, "You own that one no?" He say, "You own that one no? You own that one no?" I say, "Okay, cool, no problem." Well, you going with them, eh?
No, you're going with them. The owner find them.
Nothing. And I telling people, I say like I livid. I just like look. We're going straight by the abattoir. Straight by the abattoir. We're going along there. Abattoir tell me, oh no, because you know, of course, the vet got to come. The vet got to examine. So all of this I learning on the fly. And then when the vet done examine the cow, they're gonna tell me, oh well, I can't just butcher the cow. I said, I mean, becoming an owner. The cow doesn't have an owner. They say, oh well, you have to give it a couple of days. And nobody seemed to know what was the actual policy. Somebody telling me, well, you just wait till Monday and see if anybody come for it. Just if nobody come for it tomorrow. So I was like, but what the policy is? What's the policy? How long I have to keep this thing in the government pound before I could butcher it and get the little money for
the little pence.
Yeah. That can't even buy back the bump or nothing.
Nothing.
Can't even could barely pay for a few, like a doctor visit or two. Nothing. And then all of a sudden I get it. And it wasn't no official call, you know. It's just somebody who was good with me tell me, bye, the person get back the go, yeah. I said, what do you mean? Bye, the person get back.
Nonsense.
But anyway.
Utter nonsense. But so you go. Anyway,
So-
wait, sorry, when you finish.
No, I was saying somebody is saying that they need to register the animals and things. There's a process for that for livestock.
Mm-hmm.
There's a process for that for livestock. But the truth is, yeah.
Anyway, it's break time.
Indeed. Guys, we're going to take a short break. Be right back with more Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. See you then.
The biggest party in sport is back for the 10th year of CPL, and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots return as the champions. CPL will be bigger, better and louder than ever, with more sixes, more entertainment and more of the world's best players. And this year there's also women's games, with the Women's CPL taking place right here in St. Kitts. The games are between the 31st of August and the 4th of September. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at Warner Park. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Here are your Hospice Value Mart IG Value Club Blue Tax specials from August 25th through September 7th. Del Monte Fruit Bowls, 4-pack, $12.99. Nature Valley Granola Bars, $12.99. Kellogg's Special K, $16.99. Simply Punches, $9.99 each. Essential Everyday Sliced Single Cheeses, $8.99. Essential Everyday Pancake Mixes, $9.99. And now, our very low weekly value deals. Duncan Hines Cake Mixes, $7.99. Mueller's Pasta, $4.99. Dial Soap, 3 bars, $9.99. Pepperidge Farm Cakes, $19.99. Rice-A-Roni, just $6.99. And Essential Everyday Ketchup, just $4.49. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí a Value Mart.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, and welcome back to Island Tea. We're obviously having fun. We're obviously having fun here in the studios of Win Media SKN, and we're gonna move on to something else.
Yeah, some good news for Nevis.
What's happening in Nevis?
The NIA has proposed the removal of fuel surcharge for residential customers effective September 2022. You know it. It is right around the corner, friend. So, after extensive debates in Nevis about the fuel surcharge, which has been identified as a driver in rising electricity bills, the Nevis Island administration has proposed its removal. During a press conference on Tuesday morning, Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mac Drip Brantley, explained that the NIA is expected to cover the cost of fuel surcharge to the Nevis Electricity Company, NEVLEC, through additional payments. We proposed ultimately to eliminate the fuel surcharge for everyone, but in this first step, we will eliminate the fuel surcharge for residential customers only. The NIA will provide an additional EC $500,000 per month to NEVLEC that will take our payment of subsidiary per month to a total of EC $1.75 million. The good people...
That's annually?
No. Full stop.
So the sentence says $500,000 per month to NEVLEC. That will take our payment of subsidy per month to a total. That is a huge subsidy. Okay.
Yes, well, the good people at NEVLEC are telling us that if we can give them EC $1.75 million per month and the actual surcharge remains on or about 77 cents per kilowatt hour, that's what the actual surcharge was in the month of July, that they can reduce with that subsidiary the fuel surcharge for residential customers to zero. And so that is what we proposed. Okay. Brantley also stated that the Nevis Electricity Company will maintain the cap on fuel surcharge at 65 cents for commercial users, as was introduced in June 2022. The Russian invasion of Ukraine, which has disrupted supplies of shipping globally, has also disrupted the flow of oil on the world market. This has caused dramatic increases in the cost of fuel. Premier Brantley shared with the public how the cost of oil has escalated locally over the past year and how it contributes to the cost of fuel surcharge. Okay, well, good things for Nevis.
Let me ask you a question, Jane.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about a program or policy where the government incentivizes people to invest in their own sustainable forms of energy?
I think that would save the government lots of money.
Or at least reduce the strain on the national power grid.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if I own a business or I'm building a house,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm deciding, hey, I want to employ solar power
Mm-hmm.
to help power the house or the business or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some incentive, whether a reduction in the VAT paid or the duties paid on import.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would go a long way? You think that would help?
I feel so, because I think it would, if they have to pay $1.75 million per month, and you get some people off of that, it would reduce the amount of money that the government, the Nevis Island administration now has to find to give to NEVLEC.
Not only that, I think if that's where it is now, and we've seen, it's obvious that we've increased the dependence on fossil fuels for the generation of power, right?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going down just saying.
No, it ain't going down.
The power demands of the country gonna keep rising.
Especially when we have people getting new houses, opening new businesses, whatever the reason for it to rise. And then we have wars happening all over. He literally just stated that the Ukraine war has caused things to surge. So people ain't gonna stop beefing. They're gonna stop beefing. We're gonna have more wars. We're gonna have more things like these.
I believe at one point I had heard some talk of either a local company or a local program that was training people to either build and install solar panels.
That's good.
No. This was a long time. So, and I don't know if something happened with that. I know at one point it wasn't encouraged In other words, I think you had to go through some process to get that, to get approved to have solar panels. I don't know if there was a change to those policies, but not at least at one point.
Maybe we need to revisit those policies and see how best we can implement these things. Because the truth is, the world is moving forward. Times are changing. We're realizing that the way that we've done things before, when it comes to electricity and all of these things, have changed. That is why people are getting more creative in the way that they try to save money. That is why countries are banning gas cars and all of these things, because they realize, one, it's not good for the environment, two, it's expensive, and three, there's better ways to do things.
Somebody's saying that they think that there's a policy actually that solar panels and other equipment relating to that is duty free. If that's the case, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we need to jump on this.
And that should be something that is widely advertised, meaning that they encourage people to go into that, because I think especially for some of these smaller businesses, having that supplement the national supply go a long way. It seems as though,
and even some of these bigger businesses.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. Things like churches, I think need to invest in solar panels. Schools, I think schools need to have their own solar farms.
We need
manufacturing businesses. You got a print shop. You could got a nice little solar panel on the roof, and also commercial complexes. So like places like where we at right now.
Literally,
right?
Solar panels.
On your roofs and stuff like that. I think those are things that should be encouraged, not only just encouraged, but incentivized. So the duty could be one, but
somebody say it could be solar generators.
Yeah, solar generators and stuff like that. So, and I think having people on the island who are trained in installing and stuff like that. So, for instance, if you really want to incentivize people, the cost of setting up and stuff might be a part of the deterrent. I think one of the main issues is shipping for a lot of us, because I've been looking into it, and the shipping is like, okay, the shipping costs more than the panels, right? And the batteries, but also the cost to install. So if there are people who have that and the government says, hey, if you bring in solar panels that are up to such and such spec or whatever, then we have people that could come and help you install it on your property and stuff like that. If you really want to try and lessen our dependence on fossil fuels, these are the kind of programs I think we're going to have to implement. The other thing that I feel we have to be mindful of is, if we keep talking about the need to improve and implement technologies, especially as a smaller country where really and truly these things should be easier to implement than in the bigger countries, then how is it that we floundering on things like solar power and then looking to convince ourselves that we're going into like robotics?
Yeah, somebody.
It's like, come on, maybe something off there for me.
Somebody saying you don't need permission for those, and panels are removable. It's kind of like abundant every 2 minutes. We need a backup these days.
Yeah.
So.
You're right.
Yeah. There were some other things. I was just reading them. There were some other things happening in Nevis. Well, some other announcements made besides the surcharge thing. It says retirement packages for non-established workers on schedule and will be in effect as of September 1st, 2022. Major works to commence shortly on Island Main Road from Cliff Dwellers to Camps. You could tell election coming. Heroes Day concert is back, featuring Morgan Heritage, Freddie McGregor, Jamil, Greenhouse Band, Infamous, Grandmasters Band, DJ Otis, Selector Bobby, and Toby. So, good little things happening in Nevis.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Heroes Day concert, but then I remember that I have work that day, so that I don't know it off.
Yeah.
Have an event that day.
I'm looking forward to the release of the Independence Day thing. Whoever in charge of that, link me now.
No, they don't change them, I say a whole new committee. I say praise the Lord.
Who on the committee? Let me reach out to them, guys.
I know who ain't on the committee. I know who ain't on the committee. And that is most important for me.
Indeed.
But when I see who on it again, I'm going to share with you.
Yeah, because they need to reach out to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know who to check. I don't even know who.
Somebody listening and tell us. Or somebody listening, hopefully, on the committee.
Yeah.
But praise the Lord for small mercies.
Yeah.
There's a new committee. But let's jump into some things happening outside of the region.
Okay.
Well, outside of St. Kitts, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It says 2 Air France pilots suspended after cockpit fistfight.
What?
Yes. As they should. What are you doing? What are y'all doing, man? 2 Air France pilots have been suspended after a physical altercation in the cockpit, reports say. The pilot and co-pilot exchanged blows as they flew. You crazy?
That's what I'm saying, Jade. In the ear, Jade.
They could wait till the land.
Conflict resolution, Jade. they didn't do that in training.
Y'all must be crazy. Yes, as they flew an Airbus A320 from Geneva to Paris in June, Swiss news outlets said members of the cabin crew intervened after hearing the noise.
Imagine I got
to go pat the pilot them.
The pilot got to pat the pilot them while we in the ear.
Nonsense. One crew member stayed in the cockpit until the flight landed safely.
Wow.
The man said, I'm going to try this nonsense again, you know. Post down before I avoid. The incident did not affect the flight, shockingly. The airline told La Tribune. The incident comes after a report published by France's air investigation body on Tuesday that said that the airline had a culture which lacked rigor when it comes to safety procedures. I was going on this flight. I'm sorry. There got to be another flight because I was up there boxing the air when me I try to reach one. Where are you boxing when like is the only people in charge of this, you know? Y'all are the only people in charge of this. And y'all up there boxing while we in the air, boxing while I on the plane. And that's what the airport. And that's what the airline. Because possibly y'all putting my life in danger.
Jade.
I got to be crazy.
Jade, I on a plane, right? Imagine I on a plane. And
I just started here scuffling.
I just started.
You see the air hostess, the man rushing the cockpit.
Rushing in the cockpit. Next thing, the frail air hostess who walk in first run up bawling. Jeff, come on!
Help! Let me hear you fighting. What you?
But you know the issue for me with this article, Jane.
Wait, what?
The issue for me with this article, and I.
Somebody said the earth is a ghetto.
Yeah.
And I agree.
And this is the thing, Jade. It cannot be right that we have pilots fighting in the cockpit while the airplane is in the air.
No.
And we know why they're fighting. Come on, I need to know why they're fighting, Jade.
That's a good point.
Why? What is it that could have happened that couldn't wait until they landed?
You know, it was some hard talks before this fight, too.
Because you don't just go from flying
to fighting. Mm-mm.
You don't just go from. Not only that, you know what would have been funny? Who threw the first blow?
Aye.
If it's the co-pilot, okay.
The man said, "Don't let me turn on this autopilot."
But if the main pilot is who start the blows, but he had to be on a different level, boy.
The man them really turn on autopilot to go back, you know. God. They said the flight wasn't affected, so it had to be somebody who was flying the plane.
But how they expect this to end? Because we fight it out and then we sit back down and land the plane. Like, me understand, like, bye.
I would have sued the airline.
Wow. As somebody who would fly, like, you don't even think about these things, you know.
Boy, that's the last thing I want my pilots to be doing.
That's the last thing.
Because suppose they're fighting and they accidentally bump on the button them.
They disengage the autopilot.
Oh, baby. You could imagine? You having your nice little cup of coffee, reading your nice little manual, waiting to get to your destination, and next thing you know, you must be mad. All because the man up there boxing, no time.
I need to know I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know what caused this. I need some video footage, some audio.
You're not going to look. You know I'm going to look.
For the reason?
By Googling after the show, because I have to find out what was the thing that sparked this. this.
But Earth gets up bad, you know? Earth is so every single day. Every day, boy. And I want to believe that aliens just here watching us like, look at them, no?
The pilots fighting while...
In the cockpit, while we in the air. They're up there boxing.
Boxing. A fist fight, you know? Not like...
Physical altercation.
Not like spanking one another or nothing.
Trying down things in the cockpit.
Yeah, because people hear from outside the cockpit.
Exactly. You know how hard they was fighting?
Whatever happened to the good old days where the pilots would just bring up young kids to see how the cockpit look and so?
When did that stop?
We're moving away from the traditional values.
Yeah.
The traditional values of flight. I don't understand.
No kind of airplane etiquette. No, sorry.
Etiquette.
Etiquette, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on, boy. Back in the days...
And yeah, they can't fire them because there's a pilot shortage. So I thought they got
Jade, there's a pilot shortage and there's an airplane shortage.
Yes, it just get liquidated. How about to be liquidated?
How much... Okay. Somebody please tell me how many working airplanes Leah have. Is 3?
You might be 0. After this done, you might be 0. No, I really can't. Listen, I better fix this before next year, you know, because I plan to leave the country, you know. And there has to be a way for me to leave it.
Yeah.
And not by boat.
It's called American Airlines.
No, not by... I can't go for a visa for the next 5 years as him. So I'm going on American Airlines. I better fix it, you know.
Oh, boy.
I better fix it, because I'm doing nonsense at this point. How are we supposed to leave? 2. Me mother's 2.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to leave the country?
When you go on Leah website, right, and you start like booking flights, right? In your mind, you have to recognize that all this thing is being facilitated by two planes, you know. two planes. The whole airline is 2 planes. Hey, big up Winnie. Ghana, they got more than 2.
Winnie should just take over. Winnie should. But if the airline industry wasn't so greedy and selfish, we wasn't going to be in this situation. I thought that Leah was going to be the saving grace forever. Look there now, we got 2 planes. 2 planes and barely an airline.
2 planes and about 4 pilots. Because at one point, right, when I started recognizing that in order for me to go from St. Thomas to St. Kitts, I have to go to Barbados, Dominica, St. Lucia, Antigua, St. Martin, and then perhaps
if you're lucky,
they might allow me to exit the plane with a parachute to get to St. Kitts.
jump off while you're over the country.
I said, no, something wrong.
Something been wrong.
Something wrong somewhere.
And the thing is, this isn't a new occurrence, as Leah been in shambles since I was a child. I am a whole adult with a fresh child, and Leah still in shambles.
Yeah, but this on a different kind of level, Jade. Like,
how is it that we can't leave the country? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Interregional travel is a myth. It is a scam.
Yeah.
Take which boat?
Take the boat from down. I was gonna say take the boat from down, Sandy Point Pier, and go to Sabre. But then when you come back, you got to wait 4 hours for immigration to.
I just get for me to just go sleep on the sun.
Yeah, sleep on the pier. Yeah.
No,
well, you got to sleep on the boat because apparently if you come off, then it's you're against the law.
Illegal entry.
Yeah. You know about it, you know, miss.
Yeah, matter, man.
Yeah, matter. But hey, that is the world we live in, you know?
Boy.
That is the world we live in.
Why is it? What happened to the African people that were supposed to buy Leah? Please sell Leah to them. Because clearly ain't doing what y'all was
supposed to do. Sell Leah to win here. That's what we need to do.
Well, Uncle Gaston doing.
Hey, by the way, what's Seaborn new name?
Who named Seaborn?
Seaborn Airlines. I think they have a new name now.
Over there?
Yeah.
That's still a thing?
Seaborn been saving everybody from the VA coming here for years.
Over there? They're still doing it? Bless their hearts, bye.
And I think they go to Puerto Rico and thing now. But somebody tell me what the name of the airline is. Seaborn. I think it's like silver something. I don't even know.
Yeah. They're right. Somebody saying Caribbean Island island government's kill it dead.
Silver Airways, yeah.
Oh, and Sir Branson has a lot of money. Maybe he can assist us with the Caribbean airline. He has Virgin Atlantic.
The issue with Liat has always been management. I think it has been management.
How they can't fix this up to now, as that is ridiculous. It is honestly ridiculous to think
Put
about.
some solar panel on the plane. solar saving everything.
Well,
Solar and geothermal.
Or maybe they could build the plane out of some solar something.
Jade.
Jade,
they have airlines running in between the Hawaiian Islands. How are they getting it done?
Yes, and that's the thing, that's the thing that bothering me most, as like they can't find nobody to ask, Other airlines have been doing it for years successfully. Just ask them, how is it that you maintain this airline that fly through different countries, different regions? Just ask them a question.
Jade, I think we have to recognize, and I keep saying it all the time, once government involved in anything,
result
is going to be very inefficient. Unfortunately, that is just part and parcel of how this thing works. You understand what I mean?
Then take out the government.
Actually, if government start to sell coke, that's it, yeah. The price of coke gone crazy. Nobody could get high no more.
You see that they found a bunch of coke in somebody snitch again, because every time you see these stories, it got to be somebody telling.
They find coke where?
Not in Ziggits. In some baby wipes. Well, there was supposed to be baby wipes.
Oh, it was supposed to be baby wipes. Wow.
Yeah, but you could tell from how they find out. Somebody tell.
No, but somebody tell you. You have to allow them to find some.
But that's what I tell a friend of mine. Yeah. I said, this ain't the big package, man.
Yeah. You got to you got to give them a little win here, and we continue doing what we're doing. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let them feel like they do work.
Yeah. When you're paying off the higher ups, you got to make sure that they remain the higher ups. So you gotta give them some wins.
Facts.
You gotta give them some wins, Jade. Make them look good and thing, and then they steady up. Somebody say me Miss Caribbean Airlines. Caribbean Star, sorry.
Who that?
Caribbean Star,
I
the
don't know
airline. That was
I clearly was too young for that.
No, Caribbean Star was one. They had also it was Red Jet.
As when these airlines was
Jade, people don't understand how amazing Red Jet was, yeah.
So what happened to it?
It closed down, but I think one of the issues is because the governments have this vested interest in Liat, right? The truth is that they make it very difficult for the private airlines to operate. And so it's very so because they see them as competition instead of recognizing that these airlines actually are able to provide service and pick up some of the slack that Liat really can't handle.
That's what I'm saying. So what's going to happen now, instead of just figuring out the best way to do things, they were being greedy. No way, not an airline. Jade, you could imagine we live in a time where we can't even figure out how to leave the country.
Jade, people booking British Airways to Antigua because it's cheaper than Liat.
That's the best thing to do. That is literally the best thing to do right now. You have to book. You go in Antigua, just jump on British, because using Liat is ridiculous.
Yeah. Watch it, let me tell you about Red Jet, Jade. I remember people in Trinidad, right? Wake up in the morning, like, what are you doing today? I mean, I'm going to Barbados. Jump on Red Jet, $50, boom. Jump off.
$50?
Jump off in Barbados.
Me mothers, eh?
Jump off in Barbados, walk around for the day, jump back on and come back to Trinidad.
And now for you to even go to Antigua and Liat, you got to give up a spleen, a kidney, one your lungs,
at least.
And flying was $50.
Also, we have friends in the we have very good friends in the
nonsense
in the tourism authority. Mm-hmm. I'm imploring y'all have to remain vigilant as it relates to the fees. Why is it that it's $3,000 to go from St. Kitts to Miami? 1 week, a few weeks ago, it was actually $7,000 the trip from St. Kitts to Miami. And I'm saying, what are the people at the tourism? What are they doing? They don't know. They don't know. And somebody need to understand why these things happening. These things ain't happening just because I personally believe that there are certain islands, perhaps other tourism authorities that are, let's say in cahoots with the airlines.
Masha can fix it.
Okay, boom bang.
Masha can fix it. I have faith that Masha can fix it.
No, but on a serious note, like they have to remain vigilant on these things.
God, that's ridiculous.
It's getting ridiculous now.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
But guys, as promised, we have a very special guest in studio. So we will take a very short break and come back with some more tea right here on Win Media SKN. Stick and stay.
Hey kids, drink healthy!
Reduce sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors, drink the more healthy way.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Be active, be healthy, drink lots of chubby. Kicking football, playing cricket, having fun in the sun.
It's chubby.
Reduced sugar chubby keeps you cool and refreshed.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Jumping rope, running races, have fun.
It tastes so yummy, chubby.
Drink the more healthy way.
Feel the magic happening.
Campari.
Taste.
Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN, and we are jumping into a very special interview with a very special guest. As Jade mentioned earlier, we have with us in studio the Honorable Garth Wilkin. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, Azim and Jade. I'm well, thanks. Yourself?
We're surviving.
No, man, we're doing good. And the truth is, I was there asking Jade if you have a lot, because I know there are people who are important, and they tend to have all sorts of things behind their names. I didn't know if it was like Garth Wilkin, Notorious B.I.G., QC, AG. I didn't know.
You can call me Garth.
Garth is
yes,
cool.
I'm very comfortable.
Call you
with that.
Garth. Okay.
I still sometimes I walk around, even in my office, my new chambers, and I hear AG and I walk because I'm just not accustomed to it. It's so fresh.
That is totally understandable. Totally understandable. But first off, let me say congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're looking forward to your performance. I'm sure you'll do the job. Great credit. And we are looking forward to what you achieve in that particular position.
Yes, and also happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Yes, you're
As
born in
I'll
a
do
great
my
month.
best. That's all I can promise.
Yeah, about August?
Yesterday.
Yesterday was your birthday?
It was my son's birthday as well. Great people born on
That
great days.
means your son is a wonderful person.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, man. But, I mean, of course, we appreciate you taking the time out to come hang out with us. So thanks for that for sure. But there are important things
Yes.
to be discussed.
Important things happening.
Yes, all sorts of things. And we felt that you would have great insight into some of it, and so that's why we glad that you're here to come and talk about it. But Jade?
Yes, I realized that plenty people in St. Kitts and Nevis don't understand that words have meaning. So such words like...
What does that mean?
Yes, they do, friend. Such words like buggery, they don't understand what that means. So recently there was a press release from the Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, and it says High Court decriminalizes buggery and related offences between consenting adults in private. I'll just read some of that for
Something
people.
to do with cockroaches?
Not a thing. Not a thing. So it says Bastille St. Kitts Federal. Well, yeah.
Jade, I think we don't have to read it out loud. We'll discuss it.
Okay.
Rather than reading the press release, we'll discuss,
So
the matter.
let us know what happened.
Okay. So in January 2021, a gentleman by the name of Jamal Jeffers and an organization by the name of St. Kitts and Nevis Alliance of Equality Incorporated brought an action against the Commissioner of Police and the Attorney General. They were challenging the constitutionality of the buggery law. So let's start with what the buggery law is. On our books, in the Offences Against the Person Act, 2 sections titled Unnatural Offences. The first one, the subtitle is Sodomy and Bestiality. And that section 56 of the Offences Against the Person Act says, any person who is convicted of the abominable crime of buggery, committed either with mankind or with any animal, shall be liable to be imprisoned for a term not exceeding 10 years, with or without hard labor. You realize that that section talks about any person who is convicted of a crime.
Right.
This is the punishment.
Right.
How it works in law is there are some offenses that what we call common law offenses that is created over time by adoption of the courts. So murder is a common law offense. Rape is a common law offense, meaning they're not defined by Parliament. Because as you know, there is Parliament that makes laws, creates statutes. Parliament created this Offences Against the Person Act, which we inherited from the colonizers.
Right.
But the murder, rape, buggery were all defined through the common law, evolution of time and cases over time. So this is just a section defining what is the punishment for that. So to Jade's first question is, what is buggery? There was some debate over time as to what is buggery, but the accepted norm that the common law offense of buggery for the St. Kitts and Nevis purposes based on our law is, I want to use the language of the judge because it's the most politically correct language I can use at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Because I don't want to be too blunt today.
Okay. Well, it's the wrong show, but okay, go ahead.
So let me just use the language of the judge, which I found was quite politically correct. 1 second. I'm looking at. So while I'm looking for that, so these persons brought this claim to say that this law that we adopted from the colonizers does not comply with our constitution. And what the court ruled on August 12th was that...
And just to be clear, let the listeners know exactly which court would have made this ruling.
This is the High Court.
The High Court.
Yes. Right. Okay, so this is it. This is the judge's definition of buggery. Buggery consists, you realize he didn't say is. But consists of sexual intercourse per annum by a man, with a man or a woman.
Full stop?
Nothing is more, but
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
that is the part we'll concern ourselves with today.
Right.
The other part has to do with bestiality. I think we
Bestiality.
could all agree that
Right.
we
Yeah,
don't
no,
want
we
to
should-
accept bestiality.
Yeah, that
Right.
should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is a crime. So let's deal with the human to human aspect of it.
Interactions, right?
Yes. So it's sexual intercourse per annum, clearly by a man with a man or a woman. There are other issues that can arise, whether items and so forth used by women, and that's not covered
In this
buggery.
particular, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the persons brought the claim saying that this law, the punishment for this crime, does not fit with what we've agreed to be our supreme law, that is the Constitution. And they brought it originally under 4 heads, 4 breaches of fundamental rights and freedoms under the Constitution. The judge found that the legislation offended 2 of those. And the 2 that the judge found that were offended were the right to protection of personal privacy
Right.
and the right to freedom of expression.
Okay.
So in a summary form, and I encourage persons to read the judgment, it is not too legalistic. It is written in common language, which is typical of the judge who has just ascended to the Court of Appeal. He writes in plain English.
Okay.
I encourage persons to just Google the case and take a read of it because it's an important constitutional matter. But after deliberating, the judge found that that section and the other section dealing with related buggery matters. I don't want to go into too many technical details, but indecent assault in relation to buggery, etc., or the attempt to bugger someone, which is still an offense. Those sections have to be what we call read down, meaning that it exists. The offense of buggery still exists. But in relation to consensual sexual conduct in private between adults, it is no longer a criminal offense.
Okay.
And I think that's understandable.
And adults, that's another thing. You see,
Right.
we use in law we don't use words sparingly. A word has a legal meaning.
Right.
Adult means 18 and over.
Right.
One of the goals of the case, one of what the applicants, the claimants were seeking, was for it to apply to 16 and over.
Yes, that's one of the things I was about to ask you about because I know that has been discussion, and I don't think people recognize that the age of consent is different from adulthood.
Yes.
All right. So that in itself was very purposeful in the judgment.
Yes.
Ensuring that that word is used right. Okay.
Yes. So in essence, after reviewing the law and examining both sides, because the judge addresses both sides, because of course the opposition to it, and this, I'm saying this as hearsay because, as I said, this matter was brought in January 2021. The trial was in June of this year. So I met the judgment.
Right.
I wasn't involved in the deliberation. But naturally, the opposition to the case was religious-based, because in our Constitution, we specifically state that we are a nation that believes in the Almighty God. Right? So there was an affidavit from a person from the Evangelical Association saying that this might open the floodgates. This is what the Christian faith believes. And the court analyzed all of that and determined that the Constitution cannot be restricted just by religious dogma.
Right.
It cannot be restricted based on just public opinion. The court, the High Court, is supposed to interpret the Constitution, which is a living document, and apply it in that way, based on current circumstances. And after doing that deliberation, the judge determined that the law as it was, if it applied to adults in private having consensual intercourse of that nature, then it offended their rights to freedom of expression and privacy.
Okay.
You mentioned there were 4.
Oh yes.
So I don't remember the term you used, but
They were fundamental rights.
Yes.
They raised 4 fundamental rights in the claim.
which were the other 2 that
yes,
you didn't mention?
The other 2 was the right not to be discriminated against based on sex. The court found that because it applied to men and women, there was no sexual discrimination. That's a summary version. It's a very interesting argument, though. The other one which they withdrew was a Section 7 fundamental rights to inhumane treatment. But they withdrew that. They did not proceed with that. It was just originally in the claim. Sometimes persons do that. Sometimes lawyers do that. They throw the whole house.
Right.
And then when it comes to the come down, they say, listen, we really think that these 3
These are the ones we argue.
are the heads that we want to argue. And the court agreed with them almost wholly in relation to 2 of those 3. But did not agree with them that it should apply to 16 and over. Agreed that it should apply to 18 and over.
Adults.
Because the age of consent, as you said, is 16 for regular sexual intercourse.
Very
Is that clearer?
I hope, yeah, it is. I hope it's clear for a lot of other people that were confused.
You know, people always say, I hear you, Jade, saying it all the time because I'm a fan of Island Tea, that we need to get rid of some of these colonizer laws. And we do. And persons have a right to go to the court to do that. There are different options. Or to advocate with their representatives to promote or to say we need to change these laws in Parliament. Because then, if you as him, you go to your representative and say, I want you to take to cabinet for decision, because how it works is chain of command. Cabinet decides what the legislative agenda is.
Right.
Persons in cabinet sit in Parliament, and then they can amend the laws to reflect the current norms of society. So you advocate to your representative, who then comes to me. I'm only the legal advisor to the government. Nobody has elected me.
Right.
They come to me and they say, we want you to draft this legislation that deals with this ancient issue that we don't think applies to the current day 2022 St. Kitts and Nevis. And then our legislative drafting team sits down. They look to see what has been done in other jurisdictions. They draft a bill. It's reviewed. It's amended. It's brought to the people by way of Parliament. Debated by the opposition. That's democracy. Debated by the opposition. Everyone's views get heard. And then a vote is had in Parliament. And it is passed or it is not passed.
I think that even when we start talking about the need to do it, you just outlining at least one of the avenues to which we could achieve that is important. Because a lot of times we just kind of go, well...
We just talk.
talk.
St. Kitts and Nevis has had a lot of talk for many years.
Yeah.
But it's action time now, I'm telling you that.
Okay.
No long talking.
And I think that even this particular issue highlighted again one of the ways in which we can influence change, right?
Yes.
Which is through the courts, if not
Yes,
always.
exactly.
Through.
That your right is always there for access to the court.
Right.
And the thing is, in a situation like this, let me tell you how I would deal with it. If this came to my desk, I would, if the claim or the demand, because typically people don't sue right away. They demand first. So the organization, the gentleman, Mr. Jeffers, would write to the government and say, I believe that this legislation is in breach of the Constitution. It would come to my desk. This is how I intend to approach these
Similar
types of issues.
right.
That demand comes to my desk. I then get our team on it. Right? We then prepare a description of the issue, bring it to cabinet, for cabinet to determine if this is the way you think we'll go. Let's use this for example. These persons are saying the buggery laws offend the Constitution. This is the path that the courts have taken in Trinidad, Belize, Antigua. Although Antigua was recent, so this would have been done whilst Antigua was still going on.
Yeah.
But there's precedent.
We believe they are likely to win.
Right.
They're likely to get this declaration from the court that this piece of legislation infringes the Constitution. So instead of going through a trial, having to pay costs, wasting the court's time, let us consider amending this legislation to meet the current position that the courts have been taking. And we see the wave of change in the courts throughout the region. And we could have just amended it.
Right.
Now, how this was done, which is everybody has the right to do litigation, choose to do litigation. We have to pay costs.
Right.
Because how it happens is typically when somebody brings a case and you lose, you pay costs.
Right.
So my approach, I'm trying to save the government's money. As a person, one of the custodians of the government's money, I'm not going to waste government's money.
God, do you believe that one of the reasons why...
Sorry, the people's money.
Yes. Do you believe that one of the reasons why we see this type of approach is really to... I don't want to say pass the buck, but
Yes.
put the ball in someone else's court.
Let the court decide.
And we deal with it.
Let's be real. Let's be real. If you are a representative of the people, right, elected representative people, and some of your people are Christians,
right? And I just don't agree with this particular
exactly.
line. Right. You don't want to say,
as a politician, which I'm not.
Right.
You as a politician have to make that decision if you're going to support that in cabinet or not.
Right, exactly.
Because you could have, in your constituency of 5,000 people, you could have 4,999 ASEMs.
Right.
And you could have one person against, and you say, well, I'm willing to lose that person's vote.
Right.
By doing what, majority, 99.99% of my constituents want me to do by supporting an amendment to this legislation.
Right.
Or you could make the decision, which could have been the decision that the previous government made, to pass the buck to the court. And then now you can sit back and say, well, the court says so.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
So those are practical considerations.
I think also, do you believe that there are a lot of people who are comfortable with the parliament making what they would deem moral decisions?
Yes, because the people in parliament are their representatives. It's their voice to make laws. When you look at it you strip everything down, you're electing a representative to represent you in parliament, to make laws for the benefit of the people, and to be realistic and to have realistic laws. When you strip it down to the fundamentals, that's what it is.
I think, however, though, sometimes people get in this position, in this, like you just alluded to. It's not always what someone may determine is the best course of action for the nation. That that some people believe is the best course of action. You understand? So there may be a discrepancy in, hey, we've looked at it. This is what we believe is best, but by my constituents ain't really. The constituents ain't really on the same page.
Suppose you come from a constituency where 90% of your voters are regular church-going Christians.
Right.
And you have this issue in the States with evangelicals and abortion.
All the time.
It's part of the body politic.
Right.
You can't ignore it. I can talk about it because I'm not looking for any votes for anyone.
Right.
I'm just talking about what the hardcore law is.
Right.
But it might be difficult if you had a politician in here, somebody who is seeking the votes of people, to talk about those issues. I'm not going to say I agree with what the court said, or they might not. Sorry, they might not be able to say. I can say.
Right.
I can tell you, as a nation, that we've already discussed this. We're not intending to appeal this.
Right.
If we appeal, we're going to lose.
Right.
If we go to the Privy Council, we're going to lose.
Right.
And that's just more money, more of the people's money being spent. This is a norm. This is a wave, a jurisprudential wave, that is now hitting the Caribbean. It's hit many other countries before. But we are a very conservative society. We are more like Republicans in the U.S. than Democrats. We are very conservative society.
In our views.
So you're going to get people that don't agree with this. Right? And there could be the reason why the decision was made, let the court decide, pass the buck.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you as a representative of the people in cabinet, the persons who are representing people. It can't just be pass the buck. My constituents won't like this.
Right.
We need to move to a modern way of explaining things to people. Right? You can go to your you can have a town hall meeting, a virtual meeting, and say, I want to talk to the constituents of constituency number 2. This has come to my consideration. I want to hear your views. You know, I mean, not an informal referendum within your, just to get the views, because these are fundamental issues. The question of the legality of buggery, the question of the legalization of marijuana, which is something I want to get to before we finish.
Oh, somebody literally just asked that on the live.
You know, those are fundamental, and those are public debates. Programs, should they be discussing them? Before decisions are made, there should be consultation with the people. It should be open for all of us to have a say in what our society should look like. You know?
And it provides a platform for education, and because sometimes people's positions are made with imperfect information, or not only imperfect, and that might be the word, but incomplete information. But yes, the issue of it was definitely part of the discussion as we saw in the campaigns. I think it was spoken about on several of the party platforms. Do you feel like that is the direction that we're moving?
So in relation to
the legalization?
Oh, well, I can tell you straight up. There was a cabinet briefing to the public, which is going to be consistent from this cabinet. We're not going to hide things from the people. I was given 3 tasks as the Attorney General and in charge of the legislative drafting division of the government. The cabinet has decided to take certain steps with respect to marijuana. 1, to review the laws decriminalizing possession and cultivation of certain quantities of marijuana in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay.
Right? So that's a review process. Right? Not a review process that gets lost on somebody's desk. That is real, and that is soon. This is high agenda.
Okay.
To initiate the long-anticipated medical marijuana industry to create entrepreneurs, economic activity, and diversify the Federation's tourism product.
Finally.
That is not just talk. That is going to happen very soon.
Finally, the herbs come around?
Listen.
That's your words, not mine. To table legislation to permit the court to expunge criminal records of persons convicted in the past of minor marijuana-related offenses. This has been brought up in the past.
Yes.
I can personally say I'm not yet briefed on how effective the past policy. I know there was a bill. I cannot find it. I've asked my team to see if it was passed. As far as I'm aware right now, it hasn't been passed, but there was intention from the previous administration to do this. It just makes sense. We're going to make sure it's done properly and be done right away. And the Prime Minister is very strong about this. If you decriminalize the herb,
right,
the persons who were punished previously because of herb, minor offenses, should get their records expunged and be able to live in our society, which has decided that the herb is no longer an issue.
Right.
The herb, to a certain extent, meaning not trafficking and so forth.
Right.
You know, general use, which the court found a few years ago in the Rasta and Kofa case. Right. Recognize the religion of Rastafarianism, recognize the person's individual private right to smoke weed in the privacy of their own home and to grow, to cultivate in the privacy. I'm telling you this, right now, there is, you know what, let me not say that because I don't want to get in trouble. But we are going to ensure that the police, this is the last one, we're going to instruct the Royal St. Kitts and Nevis Police Force this week that they are to respect the current cannabis-related laws and the constitutional rights declared in that case. Because there's been a lot of debate. Persons have come to me and saying, you know, we want the police to enforce what the law currently is. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Because just to give you a summary of the Rasta and Kofa case, it was brought. We'll be on time.
No, go ahead.
No, it's okay. We're good.
Okay. There was a challenge to the possession and cultivation of marijuana, and some other personal matters related to the actual applicant. But what the court decided in relation to cultivation and possession is that blanket criminal provision for possession and a blanket criminal provision for cultivation is unconstitutional.
Right.
So the laws, the court gave the legislature an opportunity to rectify that, to bring the criminal provisions in compliance with the Constitution. That was partially done. But I can't say any more on that because I don't want any cases to be flooding the chambers.
Right.
But we're going to inform the police force, and this was a decision from Cabinet, that they need to enforce what the law is. So there will be no uprooting of trees in backyards
Right.
from this week onwards.
Thank you very much. Because I know people who have been dealing with that type of issue, and the recourse they haven't. A lot of time people don't even know what to do in those situations.
It's unfortunate because the law is the law is the law, and the police are supposed to enforce the law, not the. We're a country that believes in the rule of law, not the rule of man, not the rule of directives from certain people. And you find that we were going down a very bad path in terms of that.
Yeah, and
we believe, this government, I can tell you, believes in the rule of law. The Prime Minister has said it openly, and that's my fundamental belief. No one is above the law, but the law should be modern.
Yes,
and that is my goal. If you saw the list, the long list of proposed amendments and new laws that we intend to, we're setting the legislative agenda at the moment, because when you're in government, you don't just run government offices, you also are responsible to pass laws. And we have a heavy legislative agenda. Don't be surprised there's a lot of parliament.
Yeah. I know there's obvious work to be done.
Definitely. Long overdue work.
Yeah, so hey.
I come to work, I come to serve.
Indeed.
That's all I know.
Yes, I have faith that certain antiquated laws will be fixed.
So you're gonna send an email to the AG's chambers, Jade, with your proposals of laws that should be modernized?
Listen, I have no issue doing that, you know. I have.
Listen,
start the ball rolling.
Yeah, write a letter, send an email, right? Our email address is attorneygeneral@gov.kn. If you want to go to a lawyer to help you draft the letter about certain laws, these persons decided they wanted to take the challenge on in relation to buggery. Ras Sankofa said he wanted to challenge in relation to marijuana. There are many other issues that involve moral, discussion. I want to read us. Sorry, I really am going over time, aren't I?
Go ahead.
I want to read a quote. I found it important in the judgment. It was actually not from the judge that wrote the judgment, the Jamal Jeffers judgment, but a South African judge. And it said, it was an English judge cited by a South African. It said, public opinion may have some relevance to the inquiry, but in itself, it is no substitute for the duty vested in the courts to interpret the Constitution and to uphold the provisions without fear or favor. If public opinion were to be decisive, there would be no need for constitutional adjudication. The very reason for establishing the Constitution and for vesting the power of judicator review of all legislation in the courts was to protect the rights of minorities and others who cannot protect their rights adequately through the democratic process. Those who are entitled to claim this protection include the social outcasts and marginalized people of our society. So in other words, even if you're in a minority group, the Constitution is the Constitution, and the court is supposed to respect and apply the Constitution. Doesn't matter if the majority of people in St. Kitts are heterosexual or do not engage in buggery. If there's a minority that do, they have the right to go to the court and say, we do not believe that this particular law, which creates an offense of something that we do as a sexual preference, is constitutional. Public opinion is only part of the process.
Well, how far down on the list is indecent language?
Jade, you want to say some bad words to people?
I already do, but
without the fear of being arrested?
I've never had that fear, thankfully. But it bothers.
Is it, the question is the law as worded, does it offend the fundamental right to freedom of expression?
Freedom of expression, I think that would be the way that you would have to look at it.
Yeah, freedom of expression is an interesting constitutional concept.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line? Because remember, all constitutional rights are subject to the public, the public's rights.
Yeah, exactly.
The question is it necessary in a free, democratic society for this law to be enforced? Because the Constitution, yes, gives people fundamental rights, but it also respects the right of the public to be protected from certain things. For example, you might say you want to publish certain types of pictures. I don't know if you remember in France, remember the newspaper in France that was publishing cartoons.
About Muhammad.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. The question is that going too far? Does a person have the freedom to embarrass a religion, or
it might infringe on someone else's right?
So those are the types of discussions the court has. That's the type of analysis.
What about when it comes to entertainment and artists? Because we know we've had lots of cases where we bring artists here and they may have cursed on stage and now they have to go to court and all of these things.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Yes, that's the same discussion we need to have.
You have to have that responsibility. What are you allowed to say? You have an audience at music festival of 10,000 people, 12,000 people. Are you allowed to say the F word? Repeatedly? Is there an obligation to protect the rights of the public, or is that freedom of expression? Where's the balance? Where's the limit? Because as you can see with this decision, the limit was consensual intercourse between adults.
So there must be
privately.
some limit.
Man and man, or man and woman.
In other words, when we have these discussions, it's not just about the act, right? It's not just about the act itself. There must be some limit, right? Because understanding that there are other rights to be protected, right? So, yeah.
Well, Garth, I can say that the viewers, I can't say from the phone lines, but the viewers are really appreciating the way that you have broken down certain things, explained certain things. I look forward to seeing more of that, because I think that's something that has been lacking. Someone who actually explains how the laws work, because in St. Kitts, a lot of people don't know their rights, don't understand the laws, have never seen the Constitution, read it, any of these things.
Well, I can tell you the laws are available online. We have an arrangement with the Law Commission to publish our laws. We have a 2020 revised version which we're going to release soon to make available to the public. But all our laws are available online. lawcommission.gov.kn.
Are they written in a way that the average person can understand?
Legalese.
Yes.
I mean,
legalese.
Yes, because the section I read to you, you understood what I meant, right? I mean, there's some sections that have a lot of legalese, but they have lots of lawyers who want work.
Yeah.
Jade, I'm sure you have lots of lawyer friends you could ask a question.
Yes,
Send a WhatsApp, just give me a little breakdown on what that means. But I can't say that our laws are difficult. There's some laws that are difficult to consume.
And it might just be based on when they were.
Yes,
when they were written.
This act was I think 1873.
Yeah. I think, and they see what happened is when the laws are written, it's going to reflect the language of the time in which it was written.
Yes.
So I think that's part of
it.
The
laws. Some of the laws are written like it was written during Game of Thrones.
Yes. Very much so, and I feel like that's something that we need to update. Not only the laws, but the language of the laws, because we're in 2022 and it's time for some, updating. Just one more question before you leave. Is the camouflage thing an actual law?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a law, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so fix that there quick, please.
Please.
What fun? Let's do a test. Let's see if you really understood what I'm saying. What fundamental right do you believe the camouflage law is offending?
Freedom of expression.
And do you think that the public right to know whether someone is a member of the defense force or police forces or not is a public right that's being infringed by the camouflage law?
My argument to that would be that the police uniform isn't camouflage.
But the army is.
No, they wear green, they wear olive green. They don't wear camo.
No, they wear camo as well.
But it's not a part, is that part of the official
yes, because
I think they wear olive green. That's what they see them in.
Yes,
No, I see
but
them in
you see
army
that
clothes
you
as
see
well,
when
like
they're
army
marching.
clothes.
Are you seeing them when they're doing operations? Are you seeing them during war?
Okay, well, they don't wear blue.
Well, I don't, yeah, but I don't.
Maybe we
I
should
don't
specifically
I don't
amend it to speak up about what they actually wear, because they don't wear white. They don't wear the white and grey camouflage. They don't wear the pink and blue. And
So you want to wear your white and grey camouflage to the strip?
Not only that, but who determines like if this is camouflage or just paint? Or paint design.
You know, I want to look. I have the laws here. Let me pull it up. Let me see if there's a definition. I believe there's a definition.
Because because one time I had a shirt that was it was classified as a paint streak thing, but people would look at it and say it was camouflage. I was like, but no, it's paint streaks, and it's like, no, but it's camouflage. Like, it's like, okay, well.
somebody says it is clear in the U.S. the camo on fashion wear is different from what the military wears.
Yeah,
but Jade, you're gonna use your energy to change the laws to deal with camo. You don't think they're more important
This was
issues?
a question on the live. This did not come from Jade. Somebody asked on the live, so I asked you as well.
No, but you see, I think part of the thing for me is like the thing about it is it might be things that have more serious consequences until they're applied in the wrong way. So, in other words, the lies there, it's people might just walk out, nobody don't enforce that or whatever, until it's enforced in a way that has a bigger impact.
Yeah.
For instance, some person comes here not knowing the law, you make them take out their pants that has far-reaching effects on our tourism product because this person has a big platform. Bam, bam, bam. Like, what kind of crazy thing they do? Like, what are they like? They live Russia? Like, you understand? I ain't going there. Them people there just send people jail for 9 years for weed and so. Like, you understand where I'm coming from? So things have far-reaching consequences.
Yeah, and you know, it might be the person that is gets in serious trouble or because of the law that wants to change it.
Right.
But what I'm saying now is the policy of my chambers will be right.
Yeah, bring it in.
Bring it for discussion. We will discuss it with cabinet, and we will let you know if we are going to consent to an amendment of the laws, or debate, because we have to take the debate to cabinet, to parliament, for decisions to be made, or we're going to fight you. And we think that public interest outweighs the private right, or the constitutional right. It's just everything doesn't have to be contentious.
Right.
Yeah.
We can agree on certain things.
Yeah.
And I'm not wasting the people's money on fighting cases that are destined to lose.
Yeah.
No.
I agree with that. Well, I look forward to all of the work that you will be doing. I'm sure you'll be back to talk to us more about certain changes and amendments as they come up. What happened? Which one?
This person says the camouflage is there for a reason that people... They do understand that people can already pretend to be army men if they want to?
Yes, but you see that you have to welcome everyone to the debate.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just making the counterpoint.
Yeah.
If they want to do something
Also,
like in person,
Customs Act.
like to pretend to be an army man, they don't have to wait at the law.
No, they don't.
Like they just do it because they're already doing
it was
illegal
under
things.
the Customs Act. I was wondering if it was under any other act. I'm looking for the exact section now. Camouflage.
Oh dear.
Oh, boy.
I'm not finding the section, but it's definitely in the Customs Act.
Yeah. And the thing is, sometimes, and not only that too, one of the things that I think people tend to forget sometimes is that we take the law and we forget the spirit in which the laws are written.
Oh,
yeah.
I found it.
Hey, here we go.
Uniforms or clothing, including camouflage clothing, used by the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force or the Royal St. Kitts and Nevis Police Force, or closely resembling the uniform or clothing used by the police or the defense force, unless with written permission of the Commissioner of Police. That is in the section of restricted imports.
Okay. So I should be able to wear my pink camouflage then?
Yeah, it's not close.
So what you're going to do first, you're going to take a picture in color of your pink camouflage. You're going to write a letter to the head of the defense force and the Commissioner of Police and say to them, do you use these in the armed forces? And when you get your reply saying we do not, then you're going to import it. So you're going to take the Amazon picture, right? Get the proper written response that we don't use that.
Just make sure y'all don't use it.
And then take that letter to customs when you bring it in.
Okay. Too easy.
No, I'm not directing you. I'm asking you if you're doing that.
Me?
Listen, there might be somebody out here thinking about doing it before for whatever purpose.
For Carnival?
Yeah. Oh. You never know. That might be a troop idea, and they have to make sure that they're cleared before they do it. So we don't know, but at least there's avenues.
Somebody might want to put on an army fit.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, if you want to that's my problem. If you want to impersonate the army or the police, all the cloth that you need is in the store already. Like, that's the point I make.
Camouflage cloth?
No, but that's if you don't have to use camo to impersonate the army.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you
could
just go buy some.
You could just stitch police on the back or on your chest.
Dude, if I go to buy olive green like thing and sew it, I look like an army person.
Yeah, but just because someone would breach the law doesn't mean you don't need to have the laws to prevent it.
Yeah, but like in these cases, the law isn't wearing camo. The law is impersonating an officer.
Well, yes. That's the intention.
That's the law.
The intention is to not have someone put themselves out to be a member of the defense force or police when they're not.
So my point to that is that does not depend on the camo, because there's so many other uniforms. If you're impersonating an officer, whether you're using camo or something else, it has more to do with not just you're wearing this particular design on your clothing.
And somebody who owns a cloth store says they do sell camo.
Oh gosh! Wait, y'all have a very wide cross section of listeners.
obviously, right? Obviously. But God, again, it has been a real pleasure having you join us in the studio this morning. Really appreciate it and look forward to the work that you're gonna do again. You and your team, as well as having you back on the show again to discuss some more of these things, as I'm sure they will come up in the future.
Jade has my WhatsApp, so she can message me anytime. I'm right across the road. My office is actually at Port Zante, so I'm right across the road. Any issues that you feel need clarification, I'm there.
Open door policy, Jade.
Oh, I love it.
Or open WhatsApp policy at least.
Yes, open WhatsApp.
Open access. Open access.
Love it.
My letterhead has my email address. When I've met with the various staffs of the ministry, and I've given them my email address, I told them everything they sent to me is in confidence. I believe in openness and listening to everyone and making decisions based on, examining what everyone has to say. I'm not going to be some person in a building or pink building on Church Street away from everyone.
It's not pink. It's grey.
Oh,
yeah.
It used to be pink, right?
It used to be pink.
Oh,
But now it's grey.
And then
I need to check my glasses.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know if you can make a lot to tell him don't paint it grey again. But we could discuss that afterwards.
That's above my pay grade.
All right, man. But thanks again. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. Good morning to everyone. Everyone have a wonderful day.
You as well. Well, as it's time for us to leave, obviously, because,
we should have leave long time.
We stole a little time. But that wasn't illegal. That was that one's not on the books.
That one ain't on the books.
No, so we're good.
All right, but guys, we got to leave. We got to go. We got to descend back. Thank you guys for joining us this morning on Island Tea. Whether you joined us on one of the digital media platforms or listen to us on 98.9 FM, big up yourself one time. We really do appreciate the support that you guys give us, and the fact that so many of you join us here from Monday to Friday, 8 to 10, to be a part of what it is that we're doing here. Big up yourself one time. Trust me, I for sure, and I know Jade is also very, very grateful. And
every day.
If you didn't like with the show today and you ain't listening again, big up yourself still.
Yeah, well,
at least you came today.
At least. And guys, please remember to do not be greedy. Share with your friends. Like, share, subscribe. You don't want to miss the tea. You don't want to miss the tea, or you don't want your friends to miss it either.
Indeed.
So
Oh, Karen, I see you calling me. I was in a meeting. Sorry, I missed it. I'm going to call you back today.
When you see a Karen, where you see a Karen?
No, Karen in there.
Oh.
She called me. And she's a religious listener of the show.
Oh, because I saying I miss a Karen.
Yeah, so so I try not to miss her calls, but I missed it and forgot to call her back. So I know she's listening, so I had to apologize.
As you should.
Indeed. But guys, please remember, learn from the losses of others. Spend more time living your content than posting it. And please be aware that you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're going to see you guys tomorrow.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us.
TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind. You're always safe with us.
The biggest party in sport is back for the 10th year of CPL, and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots return as the champions. CPL will be bigger, better and louder than ever, with more sixes, more entertainment and more of the world's best players. And this year there's also women's games, with the Women's CPL taking place right here in St. Kitts. The games are between the 31st of August and the 4th of September. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at Warner Park. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
What God has joined together, let no man put asunder.